noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bows from across the floor. Noses your Nicky like you told them Matilda, hee hee. Extreme noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bows from across the floor. Noses your Nicky like you told them Matilda, hee hee.
Such that no foe can best them in battle. They are my bulwark against the terror. They are the defenders of humanity. They are my space marines, and they shall know no fear.
our duty. What is your duty? To serve the Emperor's will. What is the Emperor's will? That we fight and die. What is death? It is our duty. What is your duty? To serve the Emperor's will. What is the Emperor's will? That we fight and die. What is death? It is our duty.
To go on it.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Art of Lore show.
Hello.
Hooray! Yay! It's been 87 years. Hooray! I actually stayed home today, went to the clinic, got some steroids and that in me, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. I can actually breathe. Yay! So, I can breathe, I can paint.
Well, see, Kyle feels good. I feel like I'm about to die.
Well, now it's your turn. Go get some steroids. Before we start, I want to thank the Farah, I just saw something pop up. God damn it. All right, that'll give me a second. I want to thank the Professor, 22 months for the sub. Thank you. Say hi to the Professor. Say hi to Mama Bear. They both hit us with this.
Die. Extreme noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bolts from across the floor. Noses your Nicky Wacky till day Matilda, hee hee.
Beautiful. You gotta love it. Anywho, before I get too far into everything, I did see somebody paid for something. I will get to it in 1 minute. Before I get too far, before I activate that, I want to talk a little bit about some upcoming stuff we got coming. We're cooking up. So tomorrow I am streaming a game night. I will be playing Voices of the Void. Supposed to be a fun little spooky horror game where you play with space satellites. Figured, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to play. So I'm gonna give that a shot tomorrow. Not sure what time it'll start. I'm hoping somewhere around 7-ish. I guess we'll find out when I start to stream. And then would also like to man, is this not working? Well, it's just extremely quiet. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. The background music is extremely quiet. A little quieter than normal. Anywho, this Saturday, we're going to be doing a Borrow Trauma playthrough. We're going to be starting one. There is spots available if anybody likes 40K, likes Borrow Trauma, and wants to be on stream. We do have some more spots available still. Just DM me or say something in the Borrow Trauma section of the Discord. For those of you not in the Discord, we do have a Discord that we do some shenanigans on, mainly memes and throwing up some of our minis by people who paint way better than I do. But if you like to join our Discord, you could go down into the area there. I've added a new Lancer one and a Borrow Trauma one, which you guys should be able to see now, because apparently I was having issues or something. And you can just go in there in the general, say, hey, if you got a spot I'd like to join, or if Borrow Trauma, you like Borrow Trauma the game or anything, and you want to see the 40K aspect, we'll be doing that on Saturday. We're going to be doing a spin-off run off of the rejects. So the way it's working is there will be a different captain and everything, and different crew. It won't be Tark and the gang and Zane and them, but they are working under Zane's orders. So it is kind of like a little bit of a spin-off until we get back to Wrath and Glory, because Foundry decided to fuck all that up. Cheerio! 45 months! Thank you for the sub. You are getting ready to knock the professor off his stream boss. He is hanging on by a thread. Thank you for the sub. So yeah, Voices of the Void Tuesday, Borrowed Trauma we're going to do on Saturday. I don't know if it's going to be every week or every other week. We didn't really discuss that yet. I'm not sure what everybody's schedule's looking like. And then after the summer is done, I will be running a Lancer campaign on stream also. I'll probably be getting my own, I have my own overlay for that. It won't be following this one. So we will have that. We will have... So, Borrowed Trauma run, Voice of the Void run, we'll be doing the show here, and then we'll have a Lancer stream going at some point on Sundays, eventually. Because Foundry didn't fuck us on Lancer, so we can do Lancer. But alright, anyways, that's all the rest of my rant and raving. I got a point redeem to put together, and I'm going to go ahead and swing it over to Bob, because now I won't to talk as much.
So you won't have to worry about me sounding like this most of the time. So, alright, thanks, Green. Here we go.
All right. So, Bob, what are we talking about?
Why we should increase the number of the cost of the voice chat by 10.
Because we can't.
That's what we're
understand
talking
the
about. Yeah, because I'm sick and tired of hearing fucking chipmunks.
Anyways, Bob, what is the subject today? What are we talking about?
Today, my dear nerds, we'll be speaking of the High 12.
I am the law!
Yes, he's one of them.
Hey, that's the
We should make a law.
Highlords of Terra, right?
Have prune juice.
Right, Kyle?
The Highlords of Terra?
Anyways, Bob, continue on.
I didn't understand a word he said. But the Constellate Mama Bear, this is why you don't get moose.
I didn't get no boost.
That's because you never showed up. Anyway,
Oh, apologies, and I was working fucking 60 hours a week.
well, just don't expect us to hold on to fucking moose for more than a few hours. Shit flies.
You mean any more than 10 seconds?
Well, yeah. But yes, the High 12. The Senatorum Imperialis. Also known as the Highlords of Terra. The 12 most powerful individuals in the entirety of the Imperium of Man. These motherfuckers have the ability to command millions, direct shipments. Basically, the entire Imperium will fall apart if these 12 bastards don't agree on something.
And don't they never agree on something?
No, they tend to, because there's a failsafe built into it.
Is that called execution?
It's called the Master of the Assassinorum, yes. It's called a listen, you motherfuckers. I have assassins. The rest of you bastards have minions. There's a difference.
Wasn't there a thing too where like all of the fucking High Lords did get assassinated all at once? It was
We're
pretty
not
much like
talking about the War of the Beast. Fuck off.
okay, it was during the War of the Beast. I couldn't remember.
We're not talking about it. Shut up about it. We're not
not
talking about
canon.
that. It's not canon. I don't give a shit.
You know what is canon though? The Altharius book.
You know what also is canon? Oh, no, what Cheerio put in the chat. The good old those things. But back on the topic at hand, not talking about fantasy this week, we're talking about 40K. These, how do I say this? It's not how do I describe a government system that somehow works but doesn't fucking work at all? How?
I will keep my mouth shut. Otherwise, I will breach TTS.
Is my mic making a fuzzy noise?
I
Oh,
don't hear that.
I'm just gonna fucking ignore her. She's a lying sack of crap. Anyway, before I got sidetracked, the High 12 consists of 9 permanent seats and 3 rotating seats. The primary seats are, in order, well, not in order. They're all equals, but some have a little bit more wiggle room than others. They are the Master of the Astra Telepathica, the Grand Master of the Assassins, the High Inquisitorial Representative of Terra, the Fabricator General Mars. Well, yeah, the official title is just Fabricator General, but we know which planet he rules from.
Yes.
The potential envoy of the novice. Kyle, for the love of fuck, man. Quit shaking the light. Oh, it's not shaking the light. The fuck was that? No, it's just Kyle's mic.
I wasn't doing anything.
Holy shit, my ears.
Hang
That's what I said.
Oh, hold on.
It's Kyle doing the hiss at times.
That should probably help. Okay. I think I was having a little bit of a
That was
backfeeding
for
issue.
me. A little bit better. But as I was saying, the High Ecclesiarch of the Adeptus
Yeah,
Ministorum.
it should be better now. I think I was backfeeding a bit.
Fantastic. Let's see, official Saxonorum Telepathica, the Master of the Astronomicon, and finally, the Grand Provost Marshal of the Adeptus Arbites.
Yeah, you're a backfeeding, Kyle.
As long as it's
last-
fixed now.
The
Yeah,
remaining 3 seats tend to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was saying, yeah, I deafened myself so I could listen to the stream, and yeah, it was Kyle backfeed.
The remaining 3 positions tend to be rotated to, with one caveat, and I'll see if you can guess the caveat. Seat that's always he gets a seat if they show up. The Lord Commander of Segmentum Solar, the Lord Commander Militant of the Imperial Guard, Cardinals of the Holy Synod of Terra, the Abbess of the Adeptus Sororitas, the Captain General. I don't think I need to tell you who he works for.
Morgan Vall is there, huh? Ooh.
She has a rotating seat. The
Ah.
last 3 seats could be filled by any of these set. The Counselor of the Estate Imperium, the Speaker of the Chattest Captains, basically the Commander of the Merchant Marine, and the Lord High Admiral of the Imperial Navy. However, as of current lore, the Lord Commander Militant seat is always filled by one person, and he technically has a 13th vote, which uses an override. Which
Lord
is
Macarius.
no, Gilliman.
Oh,
Gilliman fills both the seat of Lord Commander of the Imperium and Imperial Regent.
I thought it was like Lord Macarius was like the
Lord,
or he's Lord Solar.
no, Lord Solar is the official. Basically, that goes into a basically that's a rank. In each of the segmentums, you have a Lord Commander of it.
Oh, okay.
And normally they're referred to their segmentum title. Like the Lord Commander of Pacificus would be Lord Pacificus.
Okay, I messed up. Okay, I thought he was higher up.
Yeah, no, Macarius was a Lord Solar. One of the Lord Solar, the commander of Segmentum Solar, which then led out to a massive fucking area of conquest. We're not gonna get into Macarius.
That's a different episode.
That was an episode. But the seat that always has a seat at the table, that if they show up, they get a say in the matter, is the Adeptus Custodians. So there could be literally 12 people at the table, and Gilliman, the custodians get in, and basically it comes down to the matter of somebody's getting the fuck out of their seat. one of you other jackasses is leaving the table, I get a say in the matter. It's not up for debate. But each one of these positions tend to jockey for power. Like perfect example being in the rotating seats, the Lord Commander of Segmentum Solar, the Commander Militant, and the Administratum, the Master of the Administratum, sorry, tend to vote one as a block if they're on the same council. The Inquisitorial Representative and the Ecclesiarch tend to vote together, along with the Fabricator General, depending on the situation. The Grand Provosts tend to vote with the Ministorum and the Basically, they're all voting blocks. They tend to jockey for power. You vote my way this time. I vote for your way that
I'm
next
gonna
time.
say something pretty fucking. It's
Just say it.
probably gonna be a little spicy. You're never get away from fucking political parties.
No, you can't. They vote. Well, not mind you. They're all jockeying for fucking power. They're all. Like I said, the only reason why it works better now is because Gilman has a override vote.
But no, but think about it. Tell me political parties aren't any different.
Arbites? The Emperor gets one, right?
Yeah, the Emperor gets one right.
Professor knows.
Oh, yeah. And there are other seats that, when times of need, to fill out the council, if, say, I don't know, some jackass manages to achieve more than one seat. Hint, 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 Van Dyer. The Commandant of the Schola Progenium gets a seat at times. Mind you, this is also incredibly rare. These are considered lesser lords of the Senatorum. The Lord Constable of the Senatum, aka the Lord of the CIA, Imperial CIA. Mistress Planetary of the Catacombs, aka the lady that manages Terra's on her dead. The Consul Preeminence of the Novus Nobite, aka the guy who handles all the affairs of the Navigator houses. The Trojan General of the Order Hospitaller, and the Lord of the Imperial Chancellery. Ugh. It is currently not, that last one currently doesn't exist in the Imperium, because it was just basically a side vote for the High Lord, for the Lord of the, what the fuck is there? I'm having a brain fart at the moment. Of the Ministorum. Basically, I get a second vote, nah, boo-boo.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Basically, a lot of the shit got fixed when Gilliman showed up, removed 5 corrupt jackasses, and told the rest, if you stick a toe out of line, I'm gonna beat your ass. But all these positions of power tend to also jockey with each other for power, but they also understand power dynamics. Perfect example is, nobody wants to piss off the guy in charge of the Administorum for the simple fact of, tell me, Alan, what's everybody in this council, what do they all have to do?
Get supplies.
They all gotta fucking eat. Yes. And it's a little hard for that to happen if suddenly the ships don't show up. The Master of the Assassins is a perfect example. Nobody wants to piss him off because suddenly you end up with a screaming crackhead going, and then fucking killing everybody.
That, or next thing you know, your maid turns into a girl with a bodysuit that's stabbing you in the neck.
Yeah, that happens too.
Or next thing you know, you're walking down a hallway, and from 40,000 miles away, a bullet rips through your head.
The only one that tends to not get screwed with at all by anybody is the guy in charge of the Astronomicon, because I can flip the switch and blow this whole fucking thing up. I swear to God, if you fuck, it's Cobra the hand grenade, that guy.
Or
it's like, I swear to God, I'll fucking kill us all.
Kill me. Next thing you know, you can't talk to anybody, bitch.
No, the Astronomicon. I can turn off the fucking lighthouse. I swear to God, it's literally, that one is Cobra with a hand grenade.
Kill me, I'll take us all out, bitch.
I swear to God, I'll kill us all if you fuck with me. The naivete is basically go, listen, you want to get lost in the warp for thousands of years? Fuck with me. Your almighty is, where's my taxes at, bitch? The
And also
Ecclesiarch is,
the Lord General. Fine, I'll just let the orcs down.
it's fuck it. I know some of you assholes have mansions on some of these worlds I'm protecting. I just turn around and not look at it for 5 minutes. Hence why we yelled and shit.
How come I have a feeling that's literally Bob whenever we play Total Warhammer 3? It's like, bitch, I'm holding everyone back. I will look away for 2 seconds.
I will look away. I'm the Empire, keeping everything separate from all you guys. I go, I swear to fuck, I'll just give you. I swear to fuck, if you keep screwing with me, I'm gonna give these 5 orc clans military access and just watch them walk through and get to who they actually want to beat the shit out of, and it's not me. Our Total War campaigns consist of basically Bob keeping the vampires with my boot on their throat, punching Marienburg in the teeth, grabbing Kazrak by the horn, and using him to beat the shit out of Festus while headbutting the changeling going, why won't any of you fuckers die?
Bob, I want to say one thing.
Where are the cakes, Manfred?
And while staying here, one time we didn't have to worry about the vampires. You looked away for 2 seconds. Next thing you know, they were being invaded by halflings.
But yeah, while they all jockey for political power, they all tend to avoid pissing each other off too much because bad things start happening. And it's been in several times they all decided, fuck, we're not going to work together. And then suddenly a certain somebody comes to the table and goes, you're all going to start working together again, right? Listen, when the Banana Men show up, even the assassins start getting concerned.
What? What are you talking about? The elves were able to kill 20 of them in 5 seconds.
Don't get me started on the War of the Beast, I swear to fuck. And yes, that comes from the War of the Beast.
I know.
Don't-
I have to say that because I want to hear Bob's cortisol levels rise.
Oh, the
Yeah,
War of the
I
Beast.
don't-
Hey, we're only like what, 1,400 followers away to having the War of the Beast be a thing. What chapter are you painting, Kyle? The El Genericos? Yes, I am painting vanilla because these are my boy Damien. He likes the blueberries, so that's why I am painting blueberries.
But Alan, the title you're thinking of isn't Lord Solar. The Lord Commander of the Imperium has always had the secondary title of simply being referred to as the Lord Gilliman in the Primarch's name, since he was both the first Lord Commander.
Oh.
It's always been referred to as the Lord Gilliman. And technically, the Lord Gilliman tends to vote, or the title, the Lord Gilliman, the Lord Commander of the Imperium, is the one that tends to get his way the most. Simply because I know it sounds funny, the title of Lord Commander of the Imperium. It's the closest you get to the title of War Master, being able to command all branches of the Imperial war machine as one.
But nobody wants to be called War Master anymore because
No,
of one
of
bald
course.
It's
motherfucker.
not a very good title to have anymore.
No, one bad apple.
No, there is a War Master. It's called Abaddon the Armless.
Harmless. Failed it on. But yeah, each one of these positions hold command of one of the mighty of the Imperium. Obviously, Fabricator General leads the Mechanicus, the Ecclesiarch, the Church. The Inquisition just tends to be the jackass. The Ordos Majoris elected represent their interests on the council. Which, if I remember correctly in lore, the Inquisition no longer has a seat as it is the High 12. If I remember correctly, I can't remember where I read that, but I remember Gilliman saying, I could have sworn Gilliman said, you're not a governable unit, you don't get a say in the government. You're witch hunters. You hunt out heresy. You don't get to dictate policy.
Makes sense.
which I don't know why the fuck they ever did get a seat, but potato potato.
Well, I guess when your leader is, dead on a throne, you can't really say no.
Which only complicates things when said leader's son shows back up and goes, "Why the fuck do you have a seat here?"
And what the fuck you think you're doing?
Why
You
the
didn't
fuck-
then, and you don't now.
The fuck are you doing?
I just imagine walking the first time into the meeting room, because 10,000 years went in a blink. So what he was used to yesterday and this totally different today. So I can imagine you walking in there and be like, why the fuck did this change so much?
There's a reason why Gilliman spent in lore, I want to say it's 5 years on Terra just reorganizing everything. That's how badly they fucked it up.
Goes to the records room, starts to cry. Oi.
Yeah, Gilliman comes back. I gotta fix this. Oh, fuck. The line comes back. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Just starts kicking people's asses.
I do want to get that book, the Sons of the Forest. I have to get that now on Audible.
Don't you? I could have sworn, didn't I give you? You don't have an iPhone. I could have sworn I gave one of you guys.
I think I have your old iPhone, Bob. Honestly.
Plug that bastard in. Go into the thing. Hit restore purchases. It should update to all the books I currently own.
Yeah, Bob, you gave it to me, and then
Yeah, 'cause you were
after I was done listening to him, I gave it to Kyle.
Yeah, just plug that damn thing in. Hit restore purchases. If it does, when I swing over next time, I'll just restore the purchases. It should give you access to all the books I can now own.
I gotta find it. It's in my back garage with my office stuff. I think that's where it is. I'll have to look for it next time I'm in there.
Because trust me, it's actually a very good book.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it. It made you change your mind about the Dark Angels and that. So I'm like,
no, it didn't change my opinion about the Dark Angels. They still act like screaming morons.
The lion.
The lion actually goes, huh? I was a screaming moron. I can't afford to be a screaming moron anymore.
I fix.
I fix. And did Balin also had the ability to drop hands in second to fifth. He was made a pretor. Listen, if he hasn't found it yet, Cheerio, he's not going to find it. He's had that thing since, God, when we worked at Walmart together, Al? That was, 4 years ago now?
Yeah, about 4 years. Yeah, because I was using it because I worked at night all the fucking time. And you're like, here.
He's like, I don't get to listen to audiobooks enough. I go, here, take this. It's dangerous to go alone. But back on the topic
Girly
of the
Mom's
High
hot
Lords.
picks.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Listen,
I just looked. I just saw that.
If he hasn't found it yet,
Oh, I downloaded the. I found out that they had the free download on the 11th edition core rule book. At least the rule part. You know how they do it. Just here you are. You're only allowed to know how to play. You don't get no extra sauce. But I'm gonna have to look over that. We'll have to do a session where we just sit down and kind of go over the new 40K shit. Because oh my god, there was a lot more changes than I thought.
yeah, if you want to get into real deep lore of the High Lords, when they were first founded during the Great Crusade, they were actually the reason why the Imperium fell to such shit during the heresy. That's not a joke. They were such terrible rulers under Malkador that they basically the reason why Horus had so much fucking wiggle room during the heresy.
Yeah, because didn't they give a bunch of artillery to?
No, that's
Bravo?
not why. No, that was the Lion.
The Lion
Yeah,
did it.
the Lion gave a bunch of siege weaponry to Petrabo to be like, hey, vote for me for War Master. He's like, oh, will do, bud.
Oh, I will. I absolutely. Don't worry, you'll get my vote of confidence later, brother. But the original seats of originally it was the council was led by Malkador, and these were known as the Lord Civilians, or the High Lord Civilian. In these early days, the four High Lords were the Master of the Administratum, the Grand Provost Marshal, the Counselor, of the Estate Imperium and the Lord Commander Militant of the Imperial armies. These motherfuckers were such bad rulers that they were tax. Let's just put it this way: in the Horus Rising book, they start talking about taxes and shit, and they start trying to like, hey, you need to institute taxes like immediately after conquering a world. And Horus goes, "Are you out of your fucking rabid mind? We just
If we
conquered
do
these
that,
people.
we're gonna have war."
We're gonna have rebellions every time we fucking leave, you jackasses."
Say they need to kind of rebuild first.
Like to the point where Gilliman didn't even let these fucking the Bravos anywhere near Ultramar, and anywhere he conquered for the longest time. He'd keep entire chapters of Space Marines don't tell them to fuck off. Listen, I'm the Empire Builder. I'll get it taxed. Don't you worry. But you need to fuck off now.
Like, we just conquered this, and we spent this many resources. Hands them receipt.
Listen, you're going to fuck off. I'll get you your tax money, but you're going to fuck off before you ruin it for us all. Surprise, surprise, surprise. When Horus declared rebellion against the Emperor and his taxmen, guess what happened?
90% of the world who didn't want taxes joined him.
Half the Imperium went traitor because of the shitty management of the High Lords. At the time of the
I gotta
heresy,
get that soundbite now. Okay, put that on the soundbite list. I need to get that soundbite.
the Council of Terra, as it was referred to as during the Great Crusade and the Horus Heresy, was Malkador, Regent of Terra, First Lord of the Council, Constantine Baldur, the Fabricator General of the Martian Mechanicum, the Master of the Ministratum, the Grand Provost, the Choir Master of the Astra Telepathica, 2 Lord Commander Militant. Oh, my bad. Yeah, 2 representing the Lord Commander Militant of the Imperial Army, the Master of the Astronomica, the Counselor of the Imperial Estate, the Potential Envoy, which was... What the fuck was that seat again? Hang on. Notes. Oh, Navigator. Speaker of the Curus Captains, Merchant Marine, the Croatian General, and the High Lady of the Imperial Chancery, which was... What the fuck one was that? Oh, it's not mentioned. Once again, I think that just was the beginning of the Administratum. Or the Ministorum. But these jackasses had ran it so fucking bad that Horus kind of had a point of, you bastards don't have a right to rule. You're morons. Listen, the baby skinning, not good. However, when you're ran by this amount of assholes, you might consider skinning a child or two as well. That's a joke. That's a joke, FBI. That's a joke.
I'm just playing.
FBI, open up.
But yeah, it was during the Grand Reconstruction, basically after the heresy and the Scouring, when Gilliman took command of the High Council. He reformed it, limited its power to such the nth fucking degree. Like, it wasn't even a joke, where they basically, when Gilliman's announced back, would start plotting to immediately kill him and put him under their command, censure him.
Oh yeah.
Because their first thought was, oh fuck, he's going to do it again. He's going to limit our... After he sees how badly we fucked it up this time, we're going to have no authority. Do we side with God's son? No, we have to kill him.
We must kill our one hope.
They're so smart.
And this did immediately backfire like a motherfucker.
Yeah, because didn't, like, if I remember correctly, didn't the Assassinorum agree with Gilliman?
Yeah, and then they just said, yeah, no, we're with you guys. We're definitely traitors. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Hans, get the Vindicators into position. Like, at one point, the Inquisition thought they were going to be uppity enough to make the Minotaurs try to have him summon Gilliman to the High Lord of the representative of the Inquisition. You want to know how this turned out?
Not good.
Basically, he told the Minotaurs to, and I quote, kick rocks. He goes, if he wishes to air his grievances, he may do so. He may come to me on bended knee. Basically tell him, like, motherfucker, you don't summon me. I summon you. But it took them 10,000 years to devolve into this shitty state. To the point, and it's not like these guys are just altruistic jackasses. No, these are probably the most corrupt bastards on the entirety of Segmentum Solar. Like during
Well, yeah, because
I hate mentioning it. The War of the Beast perfectly showed that the guy who in charge of the Imperial Navy, would basically go, "Oh, this shipyard can produce Armageddon class battle cruisers at a third of the price in a third of the time. I have a personal interest in this world that does it at 12 times the cost in twice the amount of time. They get the contract." You know, insider trading. That thing all governments do. Speaking of which, on the bright side of insider trading, just following a certain politician's vote or a certain politician's trading stock market has me up several 100%. I'm concerned the IRS is going to want a word one of these days.
Oh, I had to make it. I had to do something. Not the one I wanted, but it works. All right.
But in newer positions, the high 12 has tend to be now more of what it was originally meant to be, actually effective. To the point where, the whole joke of the Imperium is stagnating in that, oh no, we can only hang on to what we can get.
Mhm.
It's not necessarily true. The Imperium is gearing back up into full function.
Well,
It's incredibly slow. The High Lords slowball everything and move shit slow, but it is actually fucking improving.
well, we got
Which
our
has,
Excel master up and running again.
yeah, we have Excel Prime.
We're not using Notepad anymore.
To the point where, as I said, even with the High Lords slowballing or snowballing everything, we're gonna just slow walk this. Gilman's able to still put everything slowly into right, and that the whole reason why all the Chaos Primarchs are coming back. Abaddon is trying to be much more strategic with his advances, is because now that the High Lords are actually functioning as a actual government, the juggernaut that is the Imperial might is actually gearing up.
It's actually starting to move.
Yes, and the quote that even the Tau recognized it during some of the Caiaphas Cain's books in that time period. The Imperium is a slow monster, but should that monster get moving, there is no stopping it. Because the thing that set perfect example is that the Farsight discovered during the Damocles Gulf Crusade, it wasn't the fact that the Tau had managed to win so many victories, it's that the Imperium had 1,000,001 fires and they turned a microscopic amount of their force upon the Tau, and they almost destroyed the entire Tau Empire. The Imperium's biggest issue is they can never focus on one target.
Because if they focus on one target, they're going to
The
lose
rest run
everything.
ram shot.
They'll get spread too thin that way.
Now that XL Prime is back and now the government is functioning like a proper fucking government, it frees up a lot of resources. To the point where the only thing that has prevented in the current return of perfect example being of the legions. Like I suspend the Codex Astartes and reinstate the Legionis is simply because one, all 12 will vote against it immediately, and Gilman knows it. And to repeal the Codex would take not just the High 12, but the entirety of the Senatorum, as in all the other fucking lords agreeing to it.
And that's going to be almost 0%.
Yes, basically. So hence why Gilman's having to work around with things like the unnumbered sons and shit. But on the off chance, say, oh, I don't know, 2 or 3 more Primarchs come back. You see where they're going with this?
New 40K.
Don't remind me. I miss when the lore made sense and they didn't just do stupid shit for the current month.
The lore actually made sense.
Sometimes it did. They didn't just introduce a character and then shoot them in the back of the head 10 pages later. It's like, what the?
Well, this toy's too fun. Time to put it back in the box.
I'm going to go on the rant again about the whole Amara Astartes. One writer makes Amara Astartes. Oh, the Emperor didn't have anything to do with creating the majority of the Primar or the gene seed. That was my work. She dies 20 minutes later. What the fuck? Another comes in, basically goes, no, her work was absolute shit. She basically we had to work around her fucking ego in that. Okay, what the fuck was that last character for? Another book, no, her work was sorry. What the fuck is going on?
That's what happens when you have like one universe of like 50 fucking authors.
And nobody agrees on anything.
Nope.
Hence why the only part I enjoy about the Highlords lore is that it's actually stayed somewhat consistent of being corrupt pieces of shit slowly getting shit done. To now it being Gilliman goes, yeah, no, first thing Gilliman did was fix the Highlords. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, XL Prime would fix the government first. Caesar would pull a Caesar. Who would have thunk?
He fixed the Senate because the Senate's actually working now.
Oh fuck no, it's not. It's still a fucking gargantuan rusted.
Not working.
It's
just finally getting out of the negatives.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's actually doing something.
It's an engine that should be running at about 10,000 horsepower. She's pushing about 5 now.
But before it was in reverse.
Yeah, it was in reverse. Now she's just moving slow. We went from 6th gear in reverse to gear 1 forward.
Wait, gear 6? I thought it was falling off a fucking cliff.
It's still falling off a cliff. It's now trying to avert the fall.
Somebody actually attaches the winch to the fucking tree.
Yeah, I know that paid all too well in the RV.
RV there yet?
Oh, fuck. But yeah, the other things that the Highlords tend to do is they tend to, what's the term? Dick wave. Like, nothing is more terrifying a military governor and seeing a request form with their seal on it. It could just be one of them. They all use the same fucking seal. And for those who wish to know what the hell that symbol is, please join our Discord. We have memes. We have shitposting Wendigos. We even have bread.
That one's a lie.
No, the cake is a lie, but we do have bread. But the other thing is, they will use their power for the stupidest of fucking reasons. There are a few times in lore where somebody's able to just tell the Highlords to, and I quote, fuck off. And it's never really gone too well for anybody involved. One of those being Badab. Badab.
The Badab War.
That whole thing started because the Highlords got greedy. I don't care what people say. Huron might be a baby skinning bastard now, but at the height of his power, the man kind of had a fucking point.
Yeah, wasn't the whole point of the Badab War was they were trying to pull Space Marines away from a fucking warp tear that was literally...
No, it wasn't that. It was the Maelstrom Warders. In the Maelstrom, they basically gave 5 chapters. Basically, hey, you need to ward this entire sector. Watch this giant warp rift in that, and you got to maintain keeping the Orc pirates, Xeno pirates, and all that shit under control. Okay. Suddenly they're like, hey, we need more mad power. We need more ships in that. Fuck you, figure it out. Okay. Also, your taxes doubled. What? Also, we need this. What? We're also we're increasing the gene seed tithe. What?
How the fuck did you expect me to do this?
Figure it out. Fine, I do figure it out. Refuses to pay taxes.
Yeah, the only way I can do this is if I don't pay your taxes. Fuck you.
It's the Imperial Army under
Declared
the direct
rebels.
command, basically being declared rebels and shit. It's just that whole fucking shit was because the High Lords got too uppity and it cost. The other thing is another group we'll have to do an episode is the Sovereign Dominant. Is an entire I want to say it's like 50 or 100 fucking worlds that were basically having their manpower completely drained by the High Lords to go fight in other worlds. They kept increasing the taxes, and when they came under attack, they basically went, "You're not important enough."
Then why am I paying taxes?
Yeah, what the fuck do you mean?
Jesus Christ.
They proclaim loyalty to the Emperor, just not to Terra.
I mean,
Their government, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate to say it, but they have a point.
They do not have a point. I'm not sure if they're still considered lore. The last time they had even a lore blurb was back in 6th edition, like before Gilliman came back, like 2 editions before that shit.
I like the shit posting Wendigo.
Wasn't there also wasn't that also a night house that literally said we do not bow to to the High Lords, we bow to the Emperor?
Yeah, and Gilliman came back, and now they basically support the Indominus Crusade. They're back full Imperial.
Okay, I was about to say
I know their house
or
you're talking
something
about.
like that.
Basically, their lore was basically "fuck you, we'll support Imperial forces," and that's where that Knight rule comes from. Where now Knights have stealth and shit, where they mysteriously show the fuck up, kill the heretics, and fuck off.
Yeah, because the whole thing is just like, yeah, they're fucking fighting back the goddamn the High Lord of Terra, but they're like, hey, your friend, you follow the Emperor, we like you.
We're Imperial. We're Imperialists, not Imperial. Gilliman shows back up like, oh thank fuck, XL Prime has showed up.
Someone who's actually part of the Imperium.
Oh thank fuck, somebody competent. That's like going from That's like going from being under the command of the French generals to being under command of Patton. It's like, oh thank fuck, somebody competent. Oh thank fuck.
I thought you were about to say it goes from being under command of that British general to fucking Patton.
No. We're not going to talk about Montgomery. Somebody's get upset about that enough. And it's funny going through the old records and even Churchill going, listen, the only reason why you still have the title of Field Marshal is because it would make us look incredibly weak at the negotiating table if I have you shot for incompetence. Hint, hint, market garden. Hint, hint. Or as I also like to refer to it as the last time the British got any kind of wiggle room on dictating operations.
And they realized that they fucked up.
But besides the point, it's also the problem is they have caused just as many issues as they have fixed. It's how they basically justify their right to rule. Hey, without us, this problem would never get solved. You caused the fucking problem.
It's
over. Yeah, guys, dead.
I'll say, but Bob, that's called job security.
Exactly. Now that, as I like to refer to him as XL Prime has showed up. Wait. You idiots did what? You're fired. What do you mean I'm fired? You're fired. But I get my pension, right? Oh yeah, you got a pension, all right. Show him his pension. Or melt a gun to the face. Your entire house now became fucking menial servants again.
Oh.
Oh God.
But yeah, there have been a few times where the entire council has basically been dealt with. One of those being the War of the Beast, where it was just slaughter.
You can tell them all restart.
Slaughter, who acted basically as the entirety of the Council of Terra, and the Lord of the Assassinorum. That's it. Mind you, in that situation's defense, all the other morons had done such stupid shit during the War of the Beast that they all deserved to get shot anyway. Like, perfect example,
Ooh, boy.
High Lord of the Navy leaves Terra, takes the entirety of Segmentum Solar out of Segmentum Solar, but away from Terra to go hunt down one fucking orc flagship, the attack moon, destroys it. Cool. Terra's now without defense, except for one cruiser. You want to know what their next big-brained idea was to fix this situation? Use the Merchant Marine. You know, haulers, transports. They have no guns or armor.
Yeah, but they fly.
Completely destroyed. It just... Everybody in that situation was a fucking moron. I can't feel really bad for him when the assassination goes, okay, maybe it's better if we just start from scratch.
What's 9 plus 10? 21? You stupid. Old meme, I know.
It's kind of,
But
it's
it's
an old
accurate.
meme because you're old.
Yep.
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out. Oh, fuck. Any questions, Kyle?
Not really. I kind of already had a little bit of a grip on the Highlords of Terra. I know we basically made that's one of our roles on the Discord too. If you're part of the cast in any way, shape, or form. But then we made the Segmentum. The Sonorium Imperialis, I believe, was our.
The Senatorium Imperialis.
Yeah, I believe we made that our role on the Discord for anybody who is subscribed to us. Because I was working on making a Paint and Chill stream portion that would possibly get you guys rewards, which is still in the works. It's just way down on my list at the moment, unfortunately.
Oh, shit. But yeah, that's how that fucking works. The other thing the High Lords also do is dictate the tide level of all planets.
They dictate the tithe level.
They dictate tithe level. Like, there are certain levels to the tithe. I think the highest amount, like, your highest amount of tax is, I want to say it's Extremis Prime, which means you get taxed the heaviest. However, you also get first dibs at protection.
We're going to extort you
wait,
the
so
hardest, but if something happens, we coming.
Oh yeah, we're coming.
What I'm hearing is that it's just an extortion scheme.
Yeah, basically, it was for a while. But then there's also the other thing is, a lot of times lords would get sick of their shit. They'd go, oh, there's a new founding of Space Marines, eh? Hey, Chapter Master so-and-so of whatever the fuck your chapter is. Why don't you set the Fortress Monastery on my world?
Because then they don't have to pay taxes.
Well, yeah, because it means now instead of paying the Imperial tithe, your technical tithe goes directly to the upkeep of the chapter. And believe me, the High Lords have tried to wiggle their way out of that one multiple times. It tends to come with the response of, hey, I'm here representing the entirety of the blood of X Primarch. You're going to knock that the fuck off right now, or so help me, the Emperor. And as arrogant as the High Lords are, they're not going to fuck around with the entire bloodline of a Primarch coming to say hello to your front door.
Because then that's kind of being.
You try to take Russ's money, you son bitch.
Last the Ministorum and the Inquisition, how that worked the last few times. The faction that does shit? Yes, that faction. But the most terrifying, like I said, War of the Beast, or not the War of the Beast, the Months of Shame in that is basically the Space Wolves going, listen, motherfucker, You think you're top dog. But there's a reason why the Emperor would send us to kill other fucking legions. You're not a legion. You're a bunch of mutts.
And then they just go, I'm in danger.
I've been trained to take down the largest of foes. You are mere man.
Listen, I have trained my entire existence to fistfight Mike Tyson, and you're a coughing baby.
You're a baby with whooping cough. Let's see how this goes.
Once again, it's all power politics. They try to extend their power, which is now current lore been rectified. Because the second they step out their toe out of line, they tend to get replaced awfully fucking quickly.
Highlords of Terra, a group led by a fucking Necron. I just noticed that.
Okay, has anyone ever seen the old anime from Netflix called Knights of Sidonia?
Oh. What are you about
I don't
to
think
fucking...
I know that one, honestly. I don't remember that
Okay.
one.
If anybody ever watched that, in Knights of Sidonia, fucking spoiler alert, because for a fucking like 10-year-old anime, but they had like the council of captains, and they were just literally people that were alive for over 1,000 years, kept alive with life support, and all I'm thinking of is that's the goddamn Highlords of Terra.
Yeah, it's about right.
They even had a fucking contingency plan that if the aliens ever attack the colony ship Sidonia that destroyed Earth, they're like, well, we want to live no matter what. We're just gonna launch ourselves into fucking space in a goddamn life capsule just to continue being alive.
Wow.
Thank you, that's why. I
Sad.
was like, yeah, this.
But yeah, just incompetence, now fucking slightly less incompetent. More spiteful. It's nice when somebody really competent comes back to the scene and goes, you fucking idiots been doing what? A perfect example is... You've heard the story around the plasma gun, right, Alan? Why it now has a overheat function and no longer just explodes on a 1 if you don't overcharge it?
Yeah, it's because Gilliman went over to that and turned the dial down from 20 to 10.
Basically, well, it's always been set to this. You fucking idiots have had it always set to overcharge. And then when you overcharge it, you're pushing it too dangerously beyond the limit. You fucking idiots, you're what?
Every other group has to use the warp. Necrons are like, fuck you, suck on science.
The orcs, I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm over there, I'm over there, I'm over there, I'm over there. They're over there.
Yeah, the orcs go in the warp for a good time.
Yeah, they go over there. Listen, nothing. Imagine being a demon. You're just fucking minding your business. You see a ship with the gala field off. You're about to go in it, and your buddy goes, wait. That might be orcs. I don't think those are squishy Imperials. I think those might be orcs. And it's even funnier when you get the blood axes involved when it's both.
Oh no!
Orcs actually know what they're doing.
No, Imperial orcs.
I was like, orcs actually know what they're doing.
Just gala field. Let's get him, boys! Sees a bunch of squishy humans. Sees a shitload of green orcs in black armor. Ah, fuck! I've been catfished.
I still love the one thing I heard. The difference between humans and orcs going through the warp is that is like, imagine the warp being like a fucking like crowded room. The humans are trying to sneak by, going, excuse me, while the orcs are that fucking meme of Peter just fucking running through the entire everyone to go to the bathroom. That's the orcs.
Sounds about right. Oh.
But even Deer's just looking at like, fuck that.
Any other questions, Schmuckles?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. I think, right, with the Highlords.
Eh,
'Cause that's all I really got, to be honest with you. That's basically most of their lore. That they've basically been fucking things up since day one because Malkador was a jackass. I'll die on that hill. I don't care what
Malkador the hero, eh?
Malkador the hero, but couldn't form a functioning fucking government. What's immediately taxed this world that just came under Imperial rule? Are you trying to start rebellions?
are you trying to Are you trying to ruin everything we did?
You fucking Muppets.
It's like everything's a burning husk on the planet and everything. Like, oh, we did it! Yay! All right, I'll need it by Tuesday. What?
Bah.
I just love picturing Gilman going, no. What do you mean, no? We're the Highlords of Terra. Here, let me say it
Gilliman
in
just
little
smacks
graphic.
him upside the head.
You want me to say it in French? No.
No. You want me to say it in German? None. And it's also, funny enough, that's also the number of times I'm going to smack the shit out of you if you say it again, if you demand it again.
All right, but who should we raid, Kyle?
I'm not sure. Oh, humans, let's go through the Sea of Nightmares, Chaos. Let's do the same, but with open windows. Or same, but we do jump out. We do jump off board. Out of board. Tao, we stay near the shore. Don't go too deep. Photon, we got speed ships. Fine. Eldar, let's dig a tunnel. Necrons, we just fly over it.
Roman gates are bullshit.
Dolmen Gate, baby. Fucking shit's great. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Who do we got in our little group? Da, 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 da. Probably just send you guys to more Warhammer and paint because Davicus is on. We can send you guys over to Davicus. Da, 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 da. Since it is our 40k night, maybe Voice of the Void night, if depending on how many people I got, we'll raid and go somewhere else. And same thing with our Bar Trauma night.
There's also a guy here who's doing Warhammer 40k Dark Tide.
We'll have to do. We'll probably go. We'll probably raid a Dark Tide guy when we do our Dark Tide stream. When does it come out, on Tuesday?
Next week.
Is it the 23rd? Because if it comes out on the 23rd, we should make that a game night after our Monday stream. If you guys are up for it, we can do some Dark Tide with the new DLC. I will not be getting the Mechanicus DLC. I'm gonna stick with my. I'll stick with my sub, and I will stick with my Ganger and my Arbites. I actually want to get my Arbites going again. Me and Damien were gonna play a night or two ago, but I forgot he ran out of PlayStation Plus, so he can't play it. Unfortunately, I gotta get him more Plus. Yeah, I'm like, unfortunately.
The big oof.
Vote on Rock and Stone. Alrighty.
We did that not too long ago. That was fun. We gotta do that again.
You gotta play that some more. I had fun with it. I also read-downloaded Elden Ring for shits and giggles, and I've been holding Mackenzie's hand because she don't know how to lock on. She never locks on. She doesn't know how to dodge. She's constantly panicking. I'm like, you just gotta relax.
Remember Dad?
Dad didn't know how to lock on halfway through the game and got halfway through the game without locking on.
Yeah.
That is
And
nuts.
Elden Ring.
Imagine playing a Dark Souls game, getting halfway through, and then realizing you can lock on to enemies.
And he beat what? How many bosses? Like 4?
He beat like 4 of them or something like that. Yeah, he got pretty far.
Listen,
But
your
yes.
dad was just that guy.
Good night, everybody.
was.
This has been the Art of Lore show. I have to say goodbye. The raid timer's counting down, but we hope to see you all tomorrow when I do my Voices of the Void stream. Come watch the shenanigans ensue as I find eldritch horrors in space. And
So yeah,
that's
was that
that
guy.
stream.